Alrighty, welcome back, gang. Good to see Jojo already in. How's it going, buddy? Been a minute since you've been on stream, but yeah. Um, Playing another round of blueprints today. I did prepare like a really small notes sheet for today, but I haven't had a whole lot of time to prepare. So, yeah, we're kind of keeping it short today. I got plans later tonight, so we're probably going to cut the stream a little shorter than usual, but I figure we can get at least a couple good hours in here before we have to wrap things up. But with that being said, let's jump into my notes for the beginning of stream here. Let me open up. So, basically, this is all I have written, just this small little bit, so we'll just go over this real quick. So we know today is day 10, that's November 16th, and based on the painting cipher puzzle, we know that 4 or maybe 5 safes have been unlocked. Those safes being the boudoir, the office, the drafting room, and the drawing room. If you want to count the apple orchard as a safe, I don't think I would blame you because it did have that little like gem holder in the shed. I don't know if that is like an indicator that it counts, but regardless, 6 is the study. We know that there is a safe in the study, and we know there's a safe in the shelter. We don't know what this 8th one is, and if the apple orchard doesn't count as one, then 9 would be also a safe that we don't know about. Jojo, a lot has been done, I assume. you know what? We've done a little bit of work. How do I don't know. If you check my Twitter, I guess I've been posting like really cruddy looking screenshots of all my notes for all these streams. So there should be like 4 of those. There is like, if I zoom out like this, you know, sometimes like the entire notes sheet sometimes looks like it's filled in. It's insane. So yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be like as meticulous with the notes today because we've probably seen most everything we need to. And a lot of this is RNG dependent, so whether or not we find new stuff is kind of all up to RNGesus, but I'll do my best to kind of keep you clued into what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, this is a fun game. I want to beat it today. That'd be ideal, but and by beating it, really it's just like finding the final room. There's like 45 rooms, and finding the 46th is like the goal. So finding room 46, that's kind of the goal of today's stream, as with every stream, but that's what I want to do. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go fast because I don't have like all the time in the world today to do streaming. Pieman12 hasn't posted. When they do, their posts will show up here. Man, these notes sure do look great. Is Twitter broken? Wow, that's annoying. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I can pull them up, I guess. Hang on. We can do this. I'll just pull up one. So I have to add an image source here. We'll add it. I have it under here. I guess I'll just pull up my day 1 notes. These are like I think this is the stream you ended up showing up for. But, oh, whoa. So I have this in green because I used a green screen to sort of write my notes out. I'm sort of trying to zoom out here, but here, maybe we can stretch to screen. No, that doesn't seem to work as well as I hoped it would. Ugh. Getting unlucky, but the point is, like, there's there's a lot here, okay? So, congratulations, now you see my notes. This is 1 day of notes. Holy, that's a lot. Yeah, this is day 1 of notes. This is the 4-hour stream that we started on day 1. I'm going to trash this image because we don't need it right now. But I can pull these images up as needed. So if I need to refer back to previous notes, then yeah. A whole lot of notes one day. Yeah, literally one in-game day as well. It was like a 4-hour stream. I didn't get through one whole day. Well, I got through one whole day, but yeah, it was a lot of notes. I don't know that I needed to take quite that many, but yeah, let's try and open up the entrance hall as kind of a starting point here. We'll open hallway. Damn, yeah. I feel like, I don't know if I'm taking too many notes or not enough. That's kind of the weird, funny part about this game. Can't wait to see how big this one will get. We'll see. I mean, I'm trying to go fast here, so we'll see if I even write down a whole lot more. We'll probably go parlor here. If I want to progress, hallway's probably better, so if this dead ends, I'm fine. Gems are in the white box. Statements with the word white are always true. Statement on the white box is true. Well, one of these has to be false, right? So gems with the word white are always false then? But then all of these are false. I feel like I guess there's no claim to anything else. We'll go with the white box. I'm not really thinking too hard about this. If we don't get gems, that's fine. Yeah, we got gems. Reason I picked white is because no other box made like a claim about where gems were, and if it wasn't in the white box, I feel like we'd run into a paradox. Also, there's a pawn there. One of the things I noticed in the later streams that I've been doing is there are chess pieces in some of these rooms. And so one of the things we'll probably take note of when we have more time to take notes is where we're finding some of these chess pieces. Den, nook. I'm okay with a nook here because we dead end, but we do get a key out of it. Den, we don't dead end though. But I kind of want to save Den for later, so I'm okay with this. Feels kind of wasteful, but that's okay. We also have the outside that we can mess with, if need be. Actually, yeah, there is an outer room. Let's go take care of that real quick. We've got some gems, so in theory, we can maybe afford some crazy rooms. This used to be a locked door. We got this unlocked yesterday. Yeah. If we get a shelter, there is one thing that I could do with that, but it looks like we're not going to be able to do that. We've got Shrine, Trading Post, and Root Cellar. Dig spots are okay, but I guess Shrine, we need gold to make use of this, huh? Make an offering. It looks like it's got gold in his hands. Maybe it's a candle, but I doubt I can give him gems. Maybe we'll go Root Cellar. Ooh, okay, lots of dig spots in here. Anything for me to read or pick up? Search continues. Author and illustrators whose fanciful stories name Marion Marigold was last seen by a blank Friday getting into a carriage after a late. No sign has been found yet. So I think we got most of this from the archive, but we'll write down some of the stuff we found in this snippet since we can. So we'll say Root Cellar, note, Marion, Mariam, just misspelled the name for no reason, Marigold, Missing. Last seen on a Friday? Okay, sure. We'll go with that. And we know that she was in a carriage. I don't need to rehash all of this. Can't eat any of the potatoes or anything. That would have been nice. What the wait, what is this? Mary Epson, Simon H. Sinclair, Clara Epson, Herbert S. Sinclair, Baron Thomas Sinclair, Baroness Arundel, Lord William Epson, Lady Ashlyn, Lionel Epson. This is literally the family tree that I was drawing out before. Oh my god. The fucking root cellar just it straight up gives you the answer. It always gives you the answer. I don't know why I bother drawing this stuff out in advance, but okay, we'll just... Hey, notes sheet, let's maybe do some work. So at the very top here we have Thomas Sinclair. Thomas Sinclair, and married to we'll just say Baroness Revel. And then it looks like they have 2 kids. One is Herbert S. Sinclair, and the other is Simon H. Sinclair. So we were right about Bunkram Simon. He marries Clara Epson, who is the West Wing Hall lady. She also has the mole. Also, thing of note here, this is the bedroom photo. Also, I want to make a note here that this guy is balding. He's got like a patch of hair here, kind of along the side. Kind of like headphone looking hair. Then we have on this other side, or maybe we'll have to push this out a little further. Lord William Epson. We did learn about him in one of the books from last stream, and he is married to Lady Ashlyn. And they also had another son, Lionel Epson. Okay. And then Simon and Clara had MMJ, who married Daniel J, who has SPJ, aka me. Okay. So this is the family tree. This was the thing that I think we drew up a crude looking family tree last time. But now we actually have it drawn out. I will say that this guy, I want to try and draw or write out some of the distinguishing features of these family members. William Epson has glasses and bow tie. And yeah, I'm happy with this. This is a pretty good representation of what we got to Man, all these potatoes, I can't eat any of them. Some horse shit. There's nothing else in here. I guess there's just dig spots, but okay. We'll come back here if we get a shovel, I guess. Big if. But yeah, I would like to potentially get through the rest of day 10 and then maybe even into day 11. That would be nice. Okay, we want to go into the hallway, it looks like. Let's open this up. It's okay if it dead ends. It doesn't dead end. What would I like here? Pantry sounds good. Again, always happy if this dead ends. On account of the fact that we're not super deep in yet. West Wing Hall. Okay. West Wing Hall is good. Observatory is also good here. Go West Wing Hall. Root cellar, already doing its work. Love that. Is there anything to note here? Probably not. Let's see here. We got a hallway closet. Honestly, probably the best pick here. We got a running shoes and a couple of keys. One silver, one not. And we grab my regular key. And that is all of the items. This West Wing Hall, it's not worth going in there because just based on the soil survey from last stream, there's just there's not going to be anything there. Den, this is actually a really good spot for den. I'll pick a den. This is good. Okay. We do have a trunk here as well, if we do want to come back for that. Let's see. Let's open this room up, see what we get here. Corridor is probably the pick, because chapel we lose $1. I guess we could leave chapel. Nah, we'll go corridor. We'll go corridor, because I think we can probably go north. I don't know if we can go east super easily. We have a garage here, a gymnasium. Gymnasium is probably the way forward for me, but we'll see. Let's go through the corridor here and see if we can't find our way through. The pool should be empty, so we get some money. $4 it looks like, so we have 8 now. If we get a commissary or some sort of shop, that would actually be pretty good. What do we have in here? Bedroom, passageway, or weight room. Bedroom is the obvious pick here. Any items? Don't see any items. And yeah, as you can see here, this is the who is this? This was the, oh god, who the fuck? Baroness Aravel or Avavrel. I don't know. Or Aravel, I think is how I wrote it. I need a magnifying glass for that, but basically this is like the great grandmother of Simon or something. So very very interesting. Or Simon S. Sinclair's mom. So yeah, oh, you can't see my notes. Boom. Wow, bedroom photo. This is the same photo we saw in the root cellar a moment ago. So definitely cool. Finally put that connection together. Where do we want to go? North is basically the only way we can go, so we will go north. Observatory is okay. Passageway is probably the best pick here. So we'll go passageway. We don't really get much for passageway, but... which door? I guess we can try north first. See if we can get further in. And it sure looks like we can. Chapel. This isn't a bad spot for a chapel. Let's see if we can't avoid doing that. Actually, let's start by going east. Bunk room, observatory, coat check. Coat check would be good because we have an upgrade disc there. And the upgrade disc, I imagine we'll probably want to use. So we'll retrieve that item and head out. There's nothing else in this room, is there? No. Let's try going west. We got the kennel with the root cellar. Kennel is actually quite powerful. Library dead ends us. Nursery dead ends us. Kennel doesn't dead end us. And with root cellar, this is pretty sick. So, yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that, but here. Aww, I can pet the dog. Do all of the dogs want pet or just this one? You're so greedy. Such a greedy dog. Whoa. I can go in here? Is there a dog loose? Wait, can you come out? Oh man, that would be so sick. I can't unlatch this though. It's like so easy to. Oh, I feel so bad. Okay, well, we did avoid the gymnasium, but at what cost, really? The courtyard is probably the one we want to go with here. Also, the gymnasium door opened. Very cool. Another trunk here. Is there an item, mayhaps, that I can use to dig things like perhaps a shovel? Come on, game. Throw me a bone like the dogs. Nothing? Oh, man. Okay. Let's go north on the courtyard. Boudoir, +3 food and a gem. This seems okay. We kind of lose out on one of the foundation sides, but that's okay. We don't need it to be open from every angle. So we'll go in here. Oh my god, so many apples. That would have been sick with a salt shaker, not gonna lie. And there's like one of these ruby stands in the apple orchard, so one of those things I gotta keep in mind. Let's see if we can go out this way. Sure can't, but we'll use a regular key, I guess. Pump room takes me in the right direction. Dark room also takes me in the right direction. Utility closet dead ends me. And it dead ends me so hard that I would have to go all the way back to the chapel to unfuck myself. Pump room seems like the logical pick here. So we'll go pump room. Unfortunately, we keep getting trunks and freaking dirt patches, but we don't have any shovels or... Well, I guess we have a key, but I don't want to use it until we can for sure get out. We'll want a silver key here, I think. Just to make sure we can actually make it into the foundation, rather, not the conference room. We know we'll make it into the conference room. Foundation is good here because it opens us up on another side. I don't know why it would just tell me the wrong safe code. That was one of the things that was confusing me, is like, why just lie? I don't know. There's no items in the conference room, but that's okay. We didn't need it anyway. Do we go into the foundation? There's not really anything to do in the foundation. I don't think there's any items in there, so let's see if we can go north. Into the northern north. Storeroom, security. Security is helpful. On account of the fact that we can do our upgrade. Is it the best pick here, though? Storeroom is nice because we get our key, but it's only a temporary solution. I think security here, yeah. Unfortunately, this run might end faster than we expect it to, but I will do my best to make sure that doesn't happen. Let's see what gets upgraded. Mail room, okay. We love a good mail room. What upgrades? Same day delivery, no contact delivery, and freight shipping. No contact delivery. The package will be dropped off on the entrance steps the day after drafting this room. Same day delivery. The package will be delivered here after you reach rank 8. No contact delivery seems like the most useful, so I'll get that one. So I have to draft the room, but then it'll be left on the front. I like that. Okay, I fuck with that. There's a key card there. I guess while we're here, let's just go ahead and mess with the security stuff. Offline mode, change it to unlocked, and security level. We probably want fewer key cards because we don't have that item, so we'll go back and exit, and hopefully that works. No items in here, right? I guess let's check the inventory because it tells me what the estate inventory is. 1 gem, 1 key, 0 coins, 3 trunks. Okay. I didn't know that I was missing a gem and a key, so that's interesting. Is it in this room, perhaps? I know I found a gem on this table once, but I don't think we're quite as lucky as that. Maybe in the foundation there's something, I don't know. Drawing room would connect to the foundation, so that's not a terrible pick. So would dark room. Drawing room costs a gem, but we get a gem back, so it's kind of a net. So let's do it. All right. Have our gem here. Let's grab that guy. Is there stuff in the foundation that I'm like missing? It feels like it, maybe. We do have the elevator brought down still, which is cool. Last time we pulled a lever and then this elevator went from like up there to down here. Looks like it stays between runs, which is nice. So I don't have to necessarily do everything in one day. Good to know, I guess. I would go in there, but I don't really have any items that would make that useful. But I can't really go forward, so I guess we'll go backwards through the foundation. Why not? And who knows, maybe we'll find something in here, but I kinda doubt it. Yeah, it's really just the dirt piles, which would be nice if I had a shovel, but it looks like we're gonna have to make our way to the chapel in order to get unstuck here, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. Yeah, there's no keys in here. I guess since I know I'm missing a key and a gem, I'm just gonna like take a brief look through every room I pass in and see if I can't find anything. I do know there's a trunk in this room, which is nice, but I can't open it. So it's not the nicest in the world. I know we got that, but I'm still missing stuff. Huh. Very annoying. Okay. Well, where do we want to go? Oh, maybe it's in the gymnasium, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't think I've ever stepped foot in there. But at this point, it's not really worth stepping foot in there. That's fine. We're fine. Okay, into the chapel we go. I guess it could also be in the chapel, huh? Because sometimes there are items in here. Yeah, there's the gem. Anything else? So take a look around. Maybe there's dirt around. Just want to kind of keep an inventory on everything. And it looks like there is nothing. 2 dirt patches, which I guess is nice, but not the end-all be-all. Dining room. Locksmith. I like locksmith here, so we're going to pick it. Let's see what's on the other side real quick before we walk through the door. Commissary, planetarium, storeroom. We'll do commissary. It's a little annoying because that's my last gem, but we can only do so much. So let's see here. We can get 1 key. It'd be nice to get a lockpick kit, but we can't afford it, so we'll take my key and then kind of proceed from here. Little unfortunate that it's like right next to the chapel, but what are you gonna do? We'll have to backtrack to this room if we want anything from this shop, but let's see what we've got. Salt shaker, shovel. Ooh, shovel would have been even better to grab. Maybe the key was a mistake. Yeah, I think it was a mistake, but it's okay. Door is locked, but that's okay. What do we got? Dining room, guest bedroom, nursery. Unfortunately, we have to pick dining room here, even though that's not really what I want necessarily. Yeah, and I guess in case you haven't seen the foundation stuff, there it is. There's the little lever we cranked like Soulja Boy. Not seeing any items. Oh, car keys, I guess. Cool, yay, car keys. So useless. At least in this particular run. We need a garage for that to be useful. Wow, we're omega screwed here, huh? I guess we technically have the ability to go up through the drawing room and security. The doors are just locked, right? The unfortunate part about this, though, is unless we get a ton of money, we're kind of screwed on the root cellar idea. I was kind of banking on a shovel, but I think we just got kind of RNGesus out of that, so that's okay. We'll survive. Where do we want to go? So, Chapel Passageway, Kennel, and then we'll make our way up to... I think the drawing room is a better place to draft, so we'll do that instead. There might be a key in the gymnasium. I guess we'll just see. It looks like it was kind of a waste of steps, but I'm glad I checked, because if I didn't, I would kick myself for not checking. So there's a key somewhere in the estate, and I have no idea where it is. Great! We also can go back to the dining room, potentially, if we really want more steps, but going back and forth, it feels like it's just gonna eat up so many steps that it's not really worth it, so... Utility closet and office. So, the good news about the office, actually, is we have the conference room, so we can spread all of that money into the conference room, potentially go back to the commissary. Start digging like crazy. With the problem with the office is we need 2 gems, huh? So, that being the case, sauna seems like maybe the best pick here. Well, I guess utility closet, we can turn the keycard door off. But what does that get us? Like a couple extra doors? Yeah. I think we pick sauna and then see what we can do with 20 extra steps tomorrow. That seems like a better idea to me. We do get a key out of this, though. That's nice. Is there any other locked doors that I don't know about? Maybe we can open the pump room trunk. I don't know that this helps us much, but we have the ability to do that. Yeah, it's just gems, which that would have been nice earlier, but what are you gonna do? Alright, I think we have to call it a day. So, that concludes day 10. And we will start day 11. Which is the, what is it? The November 17th. November 17th. Just so that you guys can follow along at home, this is just kind of what I'm writing in my notes, just keeping track of what day it is. If we get shelter, I think the better play, rather than doing the next day strat, I think we're going to do same day strat. So that's my plan, because I think it's hard to imagine we get 2 shelters in the same run. So if we find shelter, we'll do it, but I'm not going to pretend like we get 2 shelters in the same run, for sure. We can do a lot of backtracking this run, though, because we have like 40 steps over the 50 we would normally start out with on day 1. So we get 90 steps. Woohoo! I don't know if this is actually going to be that useful, but we'll see. Sauna plus apples. Pretty nice. Let's start by opening up this outer room. I think this is maybe the most helpful of the rooms in the estate, just because it has like a different effect, and yeah, I'd rather get this effect early. We have a tomb. Each time you draft a dead end in your house, spread $5 in the tomb. Shelter. And then trading post. I think we gotta do shelter. I think we gotta. We know the date, which is the 17th of November. We know what day it is. So let's see. We also know that we have the radiation monitor, which every time the experiments go off in the lab, it goes up. Like if we take a USV reading right now, it's going to be really, really low because we haven't done anything in the lab. Last time we did one thing in the lab and it was up a little bit. So I imagine we have to get something that we can repeat in the lab to get this radiation monitor to go off. I think it unlocks the doors in the house, so something to keep in mind. Set unlock date. We can set this for the 17th. I don't know what time it is. Does 9 work? Let's see. I don't know if 9 works. I know it's morning. Maybe 10? I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. There are clocks in the estate. Let me go take a look at one of those. What time is it? There's a big clock outside, actually. Let's just take a look at that one. It looks like it is 8, 20, 25-ish, so since the thing had to be set an hour in advance, 9 o'clock wouldn't work, so 10. So it's just a matter of waiting, and it's open for 4 hours, so we have a little bit of time to explore before the shelter stuff. I guess it's fine. Well, let's open up some doors and see if we can find in here. Hallway, kind of nice. We'll pick hallway. Let's see what's behind door number 2. Parlor's good. We like parlor. What do we got in door number 3? Security. I'll take a security room. Let's see if we can't dead end this room. Perfect for a lavatory. Hallway closet's also brilliant here. We got our running shoes. Okay, we'll take it. Get an ivory dye and a sleeping mask. So bedrooms would be very good to pick up. What do we got here? Corridor, nook, and commissary. We'll pick a nook up. There are some clocks around the house, so if I do see what time it is. Coupon book? What in the hell? A discount coupon book. Save 1 gold on each purchase you make in the estate. Oh shit! I didn't know that was an item. Okay, well, that makes things really nice. West Wing Hall, storeroom, den. I like the idea of a den here, I think. Let's see, we get the gem here, no trunk here. It is currently getting close to the end of 8 o'clock, so we're almost at 9. We have to wait till the hour hand hits this X, and then we're basically good to go on the shelter. So we got a little bit more time before things get critical. Spare room, pantry, servants' quarters, +1 key for each bedroom in your house. I don't think this is useful yet, but that's actually really nice. Servants' quarters. That feels rare. Oh man, I want to take it, but there's no use for it. But I feel like there's going to be a note in there that's like actually useful. Damn. Okay, we'll come back to that one. For now, we'll just open a pantry up. Get our money up. Get that grind set going. Apple. Surprising that there's no like salt shaker in this room, like ever. I always look around the pantry, assuming there's going to be something on the shelves, and there never is. Guest bedroom, storeroom, commissary. The only room that doesn't dead end is the commissary, but I don't want to spend a gem to get there. So we're going to redraw. Courtyard, spare room, or passageway. Spare room is the obvious choice for me. It's like nothing in this room ever. Kind of an icky room. We've got corridor, secret passage, and storeroom. Corridor is probably the better pick here. Secret passage is nice, but it's not really necessary for this early on. Guest bedroom, chapel, passageway. Chapel heads south, passageway heads north. Can't redraw. We'll go passageway, I guess. Let's see what's south. I'm okay with this dead ending as well. But if it doesn't, then let's see. We do have the shelter, so we are going to be safe from the furnace, I think. So let's open the furnace up. There's never anything in the furnace room, I don't think. No, there's a lockpick set in there. Okay, fine. We'll go pick up the lockpick set. That's cool. Nice and toasty in here. I don't know what we got to do here. So we can go east, I guess. See if there's anything here. Bedroom. Laboratory is kind of cute. I kind of like laboratory. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go laboratory. Oh, we don't have gems. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, well, then we'll just do bedroom. It's okay. We have a sleep mask, I think, so... It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Let's see. Library, guest bedroom, patio. Ooh, I guess guest bedroom would probably be the best pick here. There's also something I want to see in the guest bedroom anyway, so I guess it works fine for me. We get car keys. Usually we get a gem, so I guess that's fine, but not my favorite thing in the world. Yeah, there's the pawn piece here. I think I might do a list of rooms that have different settings. Yeah, Lord Evanson, that was something that was brought up in the book from yesterday. There was some book yesterday, so I'm just going to write down in my notes that KL knows Lord Evanson. KL knows Lord Evanson. Was there like a particular activity they were doing? They were doing a hunt, so hunting. Together. So, I don't know if that's useful or not, but just writing down relations between different characters, it feels like it's actually useful. I don't know. We have 96 steps now. We've drafted this many rooms in the house, and somehow we have more steps than we started with. That's pretty neat. We will have to go back out through the bedroom. Is there a clock in here? That would be pretty nice. I don't see a clock. We're going to keep an eye out for a clock because my guess is the shelter is probably open or close to opening. Let's try this direction. Billiard room, archives, boiler room. Boiler room is a fun one, but we can't do it. So we have to do archives. If only we got that one gem from the freaking guest bedroom like usual. Is there any items in this room, or is it just the stupid scrapbook? Looks like it's just a stupid scrapbook. I don't ever see anything, ever. I feel like I always miss items, and it's kind of a chronic issue. Can I go up this step ladder? What are you doing, step ladder? Jesus. East? Sure. Let's try east. Lockpick. Can't pick the door. Okay, great. Then I pick this door. I don't need to pick it. Planetarium. Chapel's the only one that doesn't suck ass. We'll go with chapel. Let's see what's in door number 3. Hopefully something we can actually use. Storeroom, kennel, commissary. Kennel is the one that we're gonna pick. Oh, it's a different puppy. Just staring at me dead-eyed. Okay, cool. You don't want to get up? Lazy ass. Oh, and another puppy. I can get into this one now. I don't know why. I don't think that was the case on day one. Maybe it was. Aquarium, library, bunk room. Ay, ay, ay. Well, this is a terrible... I guess bunk room. We're just going to be flush up on steps, I think, is the idea. Anything to pick up? 2 pawns. Oh my god. Amazing. There's the hamster dude. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to really do in this room. Okay, well, let's head back outside into the shelter. I think that maybe the safe is open at this point. If not, we might have to do a little bit of waiting. If that's the case, I got some elevator music we can pull up, so that's not the end of the world. We need to go, like, all the way out, though, huh? Corridor, spare room, pantry, den. Good thing we have enough steps. Oh, look at this. We're just going for... And then go out this way. And we have a room in security that we probably want to dead end. So if we get a lavatory, that would probably be fine. Looks like my running shoes are saving me steps outside. That's kind of nice. Okay, so let's see if my safe is open. It doesn't appear to be the case. I know I set it for the right day, but maybe it's not 10 o'clock yet. Feels like I've been on this run for a while, but sure, let's waste some steps. It's all good. The running shoes are definitely going to trigger. What time is it? Give me the time, you... Okay, no. Here we go. So it looks like it is damn near 10, so... We'll just head back now. Good use of steps, but it's okay. I'm impatient. What can I say? I can't believe you wasted 1, maybe 2 steps on this. Yeah, 2 steps. 2 steps to check the time? Come on, Pie Man. Do better. Yay, it opened! I'm so impatient. I'm the worst. This is number 7. Lucky number 7. Let's get my notes. Shelter. Safe. If we want to say date, equals today. Today's date. And we'll just do like a little squiggly under today, because that does change from day to day, right? At least in-game days. We have note number 7, VII. I learned how to read Roman numerals from the Star Wars movies, so... That's actually true. That's kind of stupid, but that's funny. Okay, let's see what's the content of this letter. Let's turn this off. Okay. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me and my father. And I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harbored for these past years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I feel very strongly that you have some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. The circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions of this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront. And I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing, a date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the ruby crown. Archive room. We have an archive room. Let's check dates. I want to check dates. That's fascinating. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible. And the fact that 2 of the crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive. Alive, safe, and finally free. There is a recurring number here that if you played this game for a significant amount of time, like yours truly, okay, you'd notice the number 8 come up a lot. 8 this, 8 that. You know, I think the music sheet notes were like 5 and 8. Like, I keep seeing this number 8. I think this is significant. So, I want to keep the number of rubies on the crown in mind, I guess. The fact that there are 8 rubies total and 2 have been returned means that 6 are somewhere. I don't know what that means, but I think 8 is significant here. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land, I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. Courtney. So we're using Mary's sort of pen name here, and I don't really know who Courtney is, because I think if we pick up the family tree that we drew out, we've got Simon, Clara, Lionel. Maybe, like, I guess if Lionel had a kid, it would maybe make sense to say that that would be maybe Courtney. Maybe. The thing is, though, if she's saying that, then this letter, Uncle, would be directed towards, like, Simon H. Jones, or Simon H. Sinclair. Simon P. Jones is me. This is to Dear Uncle, right? Which kind of implies, oh man, we're in a weird spot, because we need somebody who is like, we almost need like a third child here that branches off here, like some random person, and then they have Courtney. Because then they would be cousins with Mary, and Uncle would be Herbert S. Sinclair. But right now, it feels like the only person who this would be directed at is Simon Simon H. Sinclair. But I don't know that that's who this is directed towards. I have no idea. This is we'll underline these 2 potential outcomes. Courtney is kind of an enigma here. We don't know if she falls on the Sinclair side or the Epson side. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. where that falls in, but you know, I guess that goes to show the root cellar didn't show us everything. There are still people out there that are related but not related. Oh boy. Love that for me. So let's go into this. So this is to uncle. I think HSS. I'm just going to put HSS in question mark, which is Herbert S. Sinclair, aka our granduncle, aka kind of a weird fellow, from Courtney. Now, the logistics of this one do make me confused. I did turn my notes off. Let me turn those back on just for a second. So, we know Courtney equals MMJ cousin. Let's see. Believes. We'll do in sort of this. Believes uncle is involved in, was it in the smuggling? Yeah, smuggling. And then we'll say, she believes MMJ left in September. Say sept and public disappearance in February. Let me see what else we've got. We also know that this letter is 4 years into disappearance. So it's about 2 years ago from the date of the start of this. So 1991 is when this was written. 4 years ago, this was written. Or no, not 4 years ago. 4 years ago was disappearance. So we know that, and then we're also told 2 of 8 rubies on Ruby Crown recovered. Now, I'm going to get into like a little bit of a conspiracy theory here. I think all of the safes that we've opened have had red letters and red gems. Red being the color of rubies. Noticeably, 2 of these locations that I have written down have had safes that have no rubies. The drafting room and the apple orchard, no rubies. So I'm just going to write down no rubies. There was the little ruby holder in the apple orchard, and we didn't see a ruby in that. So, if that's the case, if there was a ruby for every single one of the 8 safes from the cipher, then that means that the 2 of the 8 rubies that were recovered were potentially meant for the drafting room and the apple orchard, but then they were recovered. So 6 of 8 in remaining safes. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me. But yeah, I'm gonna scroll through this one more time, and if I want to come back and read this, I might just pull up the VOD. But I think that was all the notes we really need to take from the shelter here. I feel like I'm connecting some puzzle pieces. With that being said, there are only 2 safe locations now that I think are remaining, because I don't think this 9 is a thing anymore. I think if the no rubies theory is correct, then the apple orchard does count as one of them. So the only location we have left that we know for sure has a safe is the study, and there's another missing location, location number 8. So we have 6 of the 8 safes opened. Isn't that funny? Did you think I would have 6 of 8 open at this point? Or that I would be able to connect those dots? I didn't. I'm going to be perfectly honest here. I didn't think I'd have that much done. So it's very cool. Yeah. Let's continue playing through. We have a fuckload of steps, and I don't think we're going to run out, so we can kind of do whatever the hell we want with this at this point. So let's run inside to security and try and get that dead end going. I don't think I actually messed with anything in security, so we can also do that, mess with the terminal here. Anything to open? Doesn't look like it. I guess we'll get on the terminal here. Estate inventory. We have 1 gem and 1 wind-up key. That means we haven't been into the parlor. So that might be something worth doing as well. The keycard system. Let's mess with these settings. We want fewer key cards because we don't have a key card, and then change the offline mode to unlocked. And we can always come back and mess with things if need be. We have plenty of steps to do it, so I'm fine. If this is a utility closet, then I'm a super happy camper. Oh my god. A utility closet just for me? Well, I guess we can turn that key card off now. Boom. And then we'll turn that off, and we'll turn that on, and then we'll leave, because that's it. We've checked the vac indicators before. Don't need to do that 7 million times just to prove it. So we're just gonna go over here, and we'll mess with the security again, because now we have the security to do that. Yeah, main menu, keycard system. Keycard system settings. Change the security level to high. And back. And exit. Okay. So now we have that taken care of. Let's go into the parlor, I guess. It's literally just 1 room, so that's fine. We have a wind-up key. There's supposedly a gem somewhere, but I don't know where, so a little unfortunate. We do have the wind-up key now, so let's see. Oh, also, this M. Laurie, who is from the parlor puzzle, we did know that he checked out the book we saw in the library last stream, so something cool to keep in mind, I guess. Gems are in a box with a statement, nothing. The gems are in the black box. So if this is, okay, so if this is true, and this is true, then this is nothing. So one of these has to be false. So this is false. And then this is true? I don't know. I feel like this has got to be the one with gems. Nope. Okay, well, it was in the black box all along. Should have known. We got trolled. I think that's our first failure on the parlor room puzzle. That's funny. I don't know. I'm not thinking about this too much, so. Let's go out to the passageway and then north into the chapel. Right? Or do we maybe want to try and go east of the archives, maybe? We can't pick the door. So let's see if we can open it. Patio gets us in the right direction, and it spreads, well, it spreads to green rooms, which fat lot of good that does us. Terrace, green rooms don't cost gems to draft. I actually like the terrace here. Any items? Ooh, shovel. I'll take that. Well, don't mind if I do. I think there is something in the kennel that we can dig up, so since we're so high up on steps, let's just do it. Might as well. Who knows, maybe this gets us a ton of steps. Deposit box key. Well, if we get a vault, that would be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? Where did the dog go? What the fuck? There's a dog there. Where'd it go? Do they just like fuck off sometimes? That's crazy. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Maybe if I watch a dog for long enough, it'll just leave. Straight up just fucking hates me. Oh, there's the gem that we were missing. Okay, so we want to go... Well, I guess let's start with north. See what's north here. Oh my god, can't pick any locks today. This is crazy. Commissary, storeroom, billiard room. Billiard room takes us more towards the center of the house. Commissary takes us more to the east side of the house. I like billiard room because I don't have to spend gems on it. Let's see what's in door number 2 while we're looking. Boudoir is actually a really good pick here. We get 3 apples and a gem. Yeah, we'll take a boudoir. I'll actually go into the boudoir. And we have our sleeping mask, which just absolutely fills us up on steps. Yeah, we're back to the we've drafted all of this and we're back to the number of steps we started the day with. We're never running out. And there's a red gem as well. So I think those are the rubies that it's talking about. I wonder if there's like something if you get all the rubies in one day. Maybe. Perhaps. Gymnasium takes us into kind of a shit situation. Storeroom is a dead end. Dining room is probably the only one I care about, so we'll go dining room. Unfortunately, we only have one way out of this room. So if this doesn't work out, then we are kind of screwed. Oh my god. Well, luckily for me, we did build a billiard room. We do lose $2 going into the chapel this many times, but 'tis a sacrifice we have to make. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's see what the billiard room has for us today. 20 minus 10 is 10 divided by, or times 2 is 20. 18 minus 8 is 10. Times 4 divided by 22. 20 plus 3, 23, minus 3 is 20, times 3 is fucking 60, divided by 6 is 10. Okay, and we get a key card. Dude, this is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Oh man. Terrible day. Terrible, terrible day. We already turned off all the key cards, so that doesn't really help us. I was kind of hoping for... Oh, thank you for the salt shaker. Rubbing salt in the wound. I was hoping for a silver key there, but that did not seem to pan out. So, shoot. Where do we want to go then? I guess. Can't go out of the dining room until we have a key. Can we do anything here? Maybe, I don't know. I think this might be it. I think that might be the day. As weird as this day has been, we have so many steps and nothing to do with them. Oh, that sucks. Oh no. Yeah, alright, well we just got RNG'd. I don't know. Let's go to the main entrance, I guess. Or, fuck it, I guess we're in the dining room. Man, yeah, this sucks that we can't, Yeah, we can't open it, no matter how many times we try. Unlucky. Well, I guess we call it for today. Call it. Yeah, kind of an unlucky day, but we'll start today as day 12. Day 12. November 18th. I don't know if there are any other, like, time-related puzzles. Because it feels like the shelter was the time puzzle that, like, we had to keep track of what day it was. But just in case, I'll keep track of what day it is in the future as well. Today has this stream has kind of been slow for notes. Like, this is literally all of my notes for the day. So, 2 days, this is all I've got, so... Definitely not as full up as day 1, but I think we're seeing a lot of repeat rooms, which has kind of contributed to my lack of, like, oh man, we gotta take notes on everything. Yeah, okay, welcome back to day 12 for Pieman 12. This means we're absolutely getting into room 46 today. For sure. Also, of note, I have about 1 hour before my other plans kick in, so... Yeah. We gotta go a little fast. Get through a third day here quickly. Let's see what the outside has to offer for us. We're out touching grass. How amazing. The schoolhouse adds 8 classrooms to today's draft pool, tool shed, 2 special items, and hovel. Special floor plans now cost steps instead of gems. I mean, all of these sound interesting, right? Schoolhouse especially sounds interesting because I don't know how useful classrooms are, but I feel like these classrooms are going to have a lot of just stuff to write down. But tool shed, I feel like we get items out of that. We'll go notes first. As unfortunate as it is, I think that's the better play. Is there anything? Herbie. Okay, so this is Herbert S. Sinclair's classroom, or this is his desk. Within a timely manner. Wasn't that the language used in the will? Is this... Okay, well... Notes. Okay, we're gonna start over here. We'll say schoolhouse. And we'll say blackboard. You know what I'm starting to think might have been better than doing MS Paint this whole time? Maybe it would have been better to do notes in Notepad, because I'm starting to realize I wrote a lot of text down, and I've only done drawing a little bit here and there, but it's really been useful for, this has really been utilized for text. So I don't know if, timely manner, I don't know if, MS Paint was the best pick here. Let me redraw this A because it looks gross. Okay. So that's the blackboard. I'm sure we'll find more stuff as we progress. See if there's anything else written on the board there. Can't open the drawer, can't open the books. Okay, there's a valve here. So this is where one of the valves are for the fire. Okay. So we have one more valve to go. I wonder if it's also in the west gate. Like in a different room. We'll explore all the outer rooms, I guess, at some point, so. Okay, let's see what's written here. Closing address written on top. Oh boy, here we go. Lots of words. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. Keep in mind, the closing of the schoolhouse was when this place went from public to private, so nobody's been able to get into this manor since the closing of the schoolhouse. And meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my class those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dared not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add forced me to give this speech. So I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington yet another school. And also for you allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today, whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have a lifetime of quiet peace. And yet, what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I am still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end. Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. Okay. So, this is the closing address. So this is sort of some spark notes or whatever written on here. So closing address. Speaker unknown. But we do know they are likely a principal of elementary. We'll say Reddington Elementary. Elementary. I just noticed that you guys can't see my notes, so let me just pull those up. So we know that the speaker is probably the principal. We know that their successor equals Mrs. Peterson. Oh. So we know that's the case. We also know Lady Epson equals student. Then fundraising. And while there are other people who could probably fall under the category of quote-unquote Lady Epson, this is probably talking about Clara Epson, who from the family tree is Simon's grandma. That actually does put a couple of things into place as well. The entrance hall person is also, or the person that Herbert S. St. Clair mentions, go not where you the path leads, but where you want it to lead. That quote is from Clara Epson as well. We'll say Clara Epson question mark, because I'm pretty sure that's the case, but I'm not 100% sure. Interim school. Until March. And we'll say that this is 8 months away. And then we'll also say the interim school approved by HSS. By HSS to be in the estate. We'll also say that there is a note at end to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. I don't know who wrote these handwritten notes. It feels like because it's like notes from a second person, that it wouldn't be whoever this speaker is, but maybe like Herbert S. Sinclair himself. It's somebody who's giving them pointers on like, oh, this is what I would do for your closing address. Like a better joke to end this with. We know that the person who's writing these notes isn't Mrs. Peterson, though, because why would they write a note about giving Mrs. Peterson her gift if they are Mrs. Peterson? They wouldn't know about the gift, potentially. So, anyways, okay, cool. So that's the school. Yeah. Let's get on with it. We've got 8 classrooms that are in the drafting pool now. Whatever that does for us. Hopefully there is some good lore to be had with that. We'll see. We spent 6 steps outside, but that was worth it, I think. We've got a library. That's actually not a bad pick. First go. What do we have? Second. Classroom. While drafting in Classroom, you may draw new floor plans one time for each draft room in your house. Oh. I'm kind of curious about what a classroom does, so we'll open it. Grade 1. Okay, looks like there's some stuff on the desks. I'll take a look in that in a second. Over here, let's open up the den. The den is probably how we're gonna get around everything, if I had to guess. Let's see if the classroom is a good investment of my time. We have a gem here. Benny, color worksheet. Fill in each object below with its correct color. Each color is only used twice, 10 out of 12. My favorite color is red. Okay. So he missed out on yellow and green, it looks like. So, what color is the flag supposed to be? Assuming that the blueprints in the pond are the blue colors, fire hydrant and the wagon are the red colors. The gecko, I guess we can assume, is green, which means that the flag of Mount Holly would be yellow? I mean, I guess it makes sense that his favorite color is red. There's like 3 of them here. But okay, we'll take a look at that in a second. We'll take notes on that. Freddy. B-. Also favorite color is red. There's 9 out of 12 here. Oh, okay. I guess I have to figure out what the actual colors are. Because this is how I would assume it's actually supposed to be colored in. Or pretty close to how it's supposed to be colored in. Just with the purple and orange flag mixed up, I guess. Does this have them flipped? No, it does not. Oh, man. Okay, and there's another one here. Literally all red. You must really like red. Is everybody's favorite color red? That's kind of dope. Yes. Yes, it is. Everybody loves red. Classroom puzzle. Can you find the difference? Oh, is this also telling us about the painting puzzle? That's cute. The study kind of spelled it out explicitly, but I love that. Colors. Blue, violet, green, red, yellow, orange. Okay. Can I fill this out? That'd be sick. I can't seem to fill this out, which sucks. But I don't know if this is like super significant. I don't know if figuring out what the colors here are is going to help me with, but sure, okay. Let's do some logic puzzling. Logic puzzle, let's go. So we know, let's just make this a little easier for you guys to see as I start taking notes here. So color puzzle. We'll just say color, grade 1 homework. Homework. So we know each color used twice. And based on this, we know our 6 colors rather, are, we'll do blue, green, yellow, orange, then we've got red, and we've got purple. So grapes seem like a pretty easy purple. Now let's just see. Everybody picks grapes as purple except for Caleb, but Caleb is kind of a nutcase, so that's probably not helpful. So we know that. We know that the flag here might be purple. Because this is off by 2. And considering it's off by 2, I think the flag colors in this are correct, other than the blue flag. So if the lizard is green and then the flag is yellow, then I think that answers that question for me. So red hydrant, and then wagon. That's like the saddest A I've ever seen in my life. Let's try again. A. No. A. There we go. Okay, that looks way better. And then orange, we've got, I don't know, pumpkin. And heart flag. We'll do like a V, because I think that gets the point across. And then yellow, we know that banana is yellow. And we'll assume that the flag with the mountain is yellow for now. Then for green, we've got broccoli. We'll just say veggies. I don't know how to fucking spell broccoli. And lizard. I'm dumb. This is too fucking. I don't know. I'm running on too little sleep for this. Blue. We've got blueprints and lake. Blue prints and lake. I think those are the correct ones. I'm just going to go around real quick and see if the deviations from this make sense. So he got the lizard wrong. He got the time flag wrong. He got the blueprints wrong. And that looks to be it. So he got 3 wrong. That works with my grading system. RG got the... What did he get wrong here? He got the veggies and lizard the same way I did. He got... Oh, he mixed up the purple and orange flags. I see. Okay, so then he would have 2 wrong. And then Caleb is insane and everything is red. I love you, Caleb. You're the best. Yeah, it would be sick if I could actually like fill that out, but I don't think I can. Why is this globe blank? That's weird. Anything else to note here? Oh, the 8 is sideways. I guess maybe that's of note. I was gonna turn my notes on, but they were already on. My bad. I guess I'll just write down real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 is sideways, like an infinity sign. 9, 10. I think this is supposed to indicate to us that 8 is kind of a significant number in this story, which we kind of already got from the 8 safes, the 8 gems, the 8 sheets. 8 is kind of a big number. 8, 8, and I just play that over and over again because I feel like that's a significant number, and that'd be kind of a funny meme. Maybe we'll get that soundboard set up next time. Let's get out of this room. I feel like we've been in the classroom for far too long, starting to get flashbacks, and not in a good way. Courtyard is probably a good option here. Any items that we can use? Items, please. No. No items. I cry. Okay. We'll go to the den real quick and open this last door. It'd be nice if we got something that was gonna help us here. The billiards room and the parlor room are not bad picks here. I like billiards here a little more. Usually I get this way later, so a little surprising that I got it already. Let's open up this door. Open 10. 3 and 5 is 8. Times 2 is 16. 1, 2 is 3. Times 2 is 6. Times 3 is what? 18. Where is 18? There is 18. And then we've got 4 times 2. 8 times 5 is 40. Divided by 4 is 10. Divided by 10 is 1. 2 keys. Okay, we'll take 2 keys. Okay, what do we want to do now? We want to probably have something that goes like straight up. That makes sense to me. Let's see, what do we got? Guest bedroom, commissary, and kitchen. Wow, this is all terrible. I guess guest bedroom. Maybe we get an item too. We'll get car keys. We'll take car keys. We don't have a garage, but we could get one. We could get one eventually. And we have a lot more steps now, so that works just fine. Let's see if we can go to the north a little bit. I will say this trunk is probably going to be something we want, so let's just open it. Got 2 keys out of it. Spent 1 key to get 2. I like that trade-off. Let's go north. Ideally, yeah, this security room here splits us off to the east and the west. That's kind of what we want, actually, so we'll do that. No extra items. So sad. Let's mess with security. Let's see the inventory first. Not missing anything. That's brilliant. Security, change the offline mode to unlocked and change the security level to low for now. And we will leave. Well, I guess we can also log into the network real quick and try and get a mail room, I think. Special orders, places special order. I'd like a shovel. I think a shovel is always helpful. And then we will log out. Great. Let's try east first. East seems like a not terrible direction. We get a key that direction. Storeroom is probably my favorite of these options. Just get more items, which is always useful. I feel like, yeah, at some point I should probably take more note of some of the stuff in the room, but we're doing okay. We're doing fine. What's over this way? Bedroom, hallway, closet, and parlor. Bedroom takes us in the wrong way. Parlor takes us in the right way, so that's the direction we go. Wind up key. Let's see if we don't fuck this up. Gems are not in the white or the blue box. Gems are in both the black box and the blue box, so this is false. This might be true. Gems are in both. Okay, so that's false too, so this is true. And we got our gems. Great. Nothing else in the parlor, I don't think. Chapel, hallway, passageway. Hallway seems like the better option here, so we'll go hallway. We are kind of blocking ourselves off to the east quite a bit. But we might be able to backtrack east a little bit at some point. Let's go west for the time being. Bedroom is actually a pretty good option here. Kitchen's not terrible, but I like bedroom better. I do. Hallway closet's also not bad, though, because we get an extra item. I think bedroom, though. I think bedroom. Because it's a free room, we get to explore it, and we might get an item out of it. We do get a sleep mask, so we do get some extra steps out of this. There is a guest bedroom way towards the beginning. We can walk back into that if we want even more steps. We will regain our steps and head north. Sorry, did I say north? I meant north this way. Boudoir, we get 3 plus sleep mask plus gem. Spare room isn't bad either, but boudoir is actually not bad. I like boudoir. And it takes us in a direction that is a little more eastward as well, which we were kind of worried about blocking ourselves off to the east. So that's nice. Okay. So we got all that. 78 steps now. Let's see, the pantry, commissary, kitchen, all take us in the same direction. If I had to pick something, we'd probably want the pantry, no gems, plus I can't afford anything in the shops anyway. So we'll pick up these guys, plus a banana, no salt shaker, never lucky. Door is locked, we've got 6 keys at this point, so we can afford it. We've got the nook, the observatory, and the hallway closet. We'll take a nook. No items other than the key, so we'll have to make do with that. Over here we can get coat check, the terrace, or a patio. Patio is fine. We get gems for it, and it doesn't dead end. Yeah, we'll do patio, that's fine. The real negative part about patio, though, is it doesn't look like we got a shovel, which is kind of all we've really wanted for a while. Lavatory, East Wing Hall, or a commissary. East Wing Hall is the only thing that keeps us moving. So we'll go East Wing Hall. Ivory dye would have been really nice right about there. But never lucky. Never lucky. That is the motto around here. Corridor, dark room, coat check. Dark room seems to open us up in the directions we want. Coat check, we don't have any items we want to save. So we'll go dark room. Oh, okay, let's see. What do we got? So going this way is locked. Going north is also locked. If I had to pick a direction, north is probably the only direction I would want to go anyway. Back ranks are usually more helpful. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll just pick this one. It's a furnace. God bless it. It's a... there's nothing in there. Well, we're more likely to draft red rooms now, which sucks. It's a chapel. Oh, good. Now let's lose some money. Yay. Oh, thank you for the money. Wow, this is getting to be a bit of a dicey run now. Oh boy, locked room. Oh, come on. Lavatory, maid's chamber, and aquarium. I mean, like, we gotta go aquarium here. Oh no. We're getting owned. We're getting so owned. Weight room, archives, drawing room. I can survive a weight room. I can survive that. If we wanted to do drawing room, we could. Let's do drawing room. We'll get offered a weight room later, so it's fine. We get our gem back, and we can draft. So drawing room's actually not a bad pick. I'm just a baby. If we want to dead end, south here is a good spot for a lavatory. So classroom. Huh. I'm okay with the gymnasium here. It gets rid of a red room. Can't see if there's any items. There is the foundation, I guess, if we wanted to press the lever, but we've already done that, so we don't need to. I guess we have 80 steps. Maybe we could just take a peek. Ooh, running shoes. Okay, I'm glad I took a peek. Okay. Let's get out of here. I guess I could have re-rolled, but that was a good spot for it anyway. Let's see what we have here. Weight room, nursery, or observatory. Observatory takes us into the foundation, which is good. Weight room, we lose half our steps, but that's honestly survivable. Nursery is just a dead end. And the only way out of that would be we have to make our way all the way back to the bedroom or the library. Library would be brutal. We'll go weight room. I'm okay with that. Any items here to kind of console me? Nothing? Wow, this game hates me. Is there any items of note in the foundation? I don't see anything. Let's try getting to rank 8. Archives, hallway, closet, or laundry room. Archives are actually not bad here. The only thing that sucks about it is we lose out on being able to see what we have later on, but that's okay. We can survive archives. What's over this way? Commissary, garage. We do have the car keys, so the garage actually makes sense here if we want to go that route. So let's open this up. We have the key to the secret garden. What's the secret garden? And a battery, I think. Yeah, the battery pack. That was what we found in the workshop last time. 3 keys as well, so that's nice. And then I guess we can open the door of the car if we want. Without turning the power on, we can't really do anything here, right? Yeah, that doesn't open. But yeah, there's your note about Denny. What do we need? Anything else from here? It's like a big oil slick here. Nice. That was Babbage. Yeah, okay. I think that's about all we can get in the garage. But not terrible. Let's head into the archives. We have 4 keys now, so I'm feeling a little better about what we have. Ooh, one thing I wanted to check in the archive here was the date of her disappearance. February. Uh-huh. And September. Okay. So the reason why this is significant is one of the letters we found today, actually, I think was in the shelter. It said that she didn't disappear, Mary didn't disappear in February, but rather in September when this heist happened. So Mary might have had something to do with the heist, and that might explain why Herbert S. Sinclair wanted to cover it up. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get a good archives room going. Special keys. We don't have a secret garden key. Well, yeah. How does the secret garden key work anyway? Can I check that out? Finding it won't be easy. Thanks, game. You fucking... Okay, well, if we're gonna play that game, then the west and the east are where stuff is usually going to have keys, or the garden rooms. So let's just open a secret garden. Surely that's how that works. Wait, that's how that works? Guys, come on. Come on, dude. Really? This is how you get a secret garden? Oh, my fucking God. There's a weather vane. Can't mess with it. Okay. This is the moon. Oh, I can mess with the weather vane. What does that do? What does this do? I feel really stupid. What is this? Oh, do all of them need to be facing the same direction? This is a silly puzzle. Like that? Ooh, okay. Kerblam. Antechamber West has been opened. Okay, holy shit. Wait. We can actually get there. Yo, we might be able to get into the secret garden. Or not the secret garden. We're in the secret garden, you dipshit. We can almost get into the antechamber. Oh, shit. Wow. Hang on a second. What the fuck? Okay, hang on. I gotta write this down. God bless it. Okay, notes. Go gadget notes. Okay. So we're gonna do a little drawing here. We know now 3 of the entrances, okay? We know that this is the Great Hall. So if we want to get in from the east, we need the Great Hall. If we want to get in from the south, we need a broken lever. And we need the greenhouse. And if we want the west entrance, we need secret garden. Okay. And then we have the fucking stupid ass moon door on the north. which I suspect probably, maybe, perhaps has something to do with room 46. Because, like, why else? Why else would it do that? Why would it just be there, you know? Being all sneaky and annoying like that. Gah. Okay. We can go out of the secret garden through this door to the north. Unfortunately, the archive kind of fucks us a little bit. But let's see what we get here. Maid's Chamber, Locksmith, Archived. Let's see what's archived here. This is a closet. Okay. But the archives might be useful. The ivory dye is very nice here. Okay. Man, that that boiler room is, or that furnace room is definitely fucking us here. A maid's chamber coming out of the archive would not be terrible, though. Because then we could actually get into the antechamber. It would be our first time into the antechamber. So let's see if we can re-roll here. Dining room. Oh my god. Could not be more perfect. Dinner is served. And there's the antechamber, guys. Oh, let's step foot in it in just a second. First, let me take a selfie with my steak. We don't have a showroom. I don't even know what the fuck a showroom is. But we've eaten our porterhouse. Feeling good. Oh my god. Okay. So now we can finally make our way into the antechamber. What the fuck? What is this? To continue up, you must go down. The basement key. Holy shit, guys. Holy fucking shit. Wait, no, what were the... Okay, hang on. There were two scenarios we could get into the basement. One was through the foundation, wasn't it? One was through the foundation. I gotta go to the foundation. We can do that. We have the stuff. So in order to continue, we must go down. I think the foundation is going to lead us to this moon puzzle. Oh god. We're running low on time. We gotta speed through this now. I might take notes on this later. Notes sheet, you've done us well for now. But for now, let's just see if we can't get to room 46. I bet this is it. Holy shit, we made it into the antechamber, guys. Oh. RNG, be on my side today. Plix. Got a 10, and then a coast. Oh, coast cost. Right. Elevator. That was needed a key card, huh? Special key, basement key. Open, sesame. Oh, okay. And the running shoes are helping a little bit too. I noticed. That's pretty cool. There are statues here. Okay. How do I get out of this? Oh, Jesus. What is this? It's like a breaker box or something. Weird. It's like a rolled up carpet. That's really intricate. It's a grandfather clock stuck at like 9:24 or something. It's not moving, so. I don't know where. Oh, maybe we want to move this back here and then raise it. And then push this back. And then push this forward. And then, I don't know, push this back. I have no idea, man. This one might not be useful for anything. But my guess is we have to go over there. So if that's the case, then we want to get on to a box somewhere. There's a box to start with. And that box is probably on this side. Oh. There is another dude here, but that doesn't help me, does it? It just looks like it helps me. Let's see where we get in from. So we get on here. And we want to pull that guy all the way back here. Okay, that's where we want it. I knew this is like a sliding box puzzle thing. So we just need to... Here, we'll move this back first so we have a way out. Okie dokie. I get it. Real quick, let's put this one back in place. And then we'll slide out. Maybe a little further? I don't know. But then we can go out this way. Ciao. And slide you over here. Oh, okay, I see. We need to get this guy that's like stuck behind out. Oh man, okay. I don't know how much time I have today to do this. Shoot, okay. We're really running against the clock here. This gets us on the right side of things. If we do it this way. Okay. Blammo. Okay, and then we can go out this way. Push you over here. We will raise you. And then we'll go back out this way. Up. We will probably need to push you back out this way. But we will want you in first. Is this right? A little more. Okay. And then we crawl out this way. We raise this guy up. I'm pretty sure. Maybe? I don't know. Let's see where we are after this. This might be okay. Yes, okay, sure is. Blammo. What does that do for us? That opens up a thing. We love things opening. Where does that take us, though? I don't even know. Oh, man. Okay. Where do we go? Probably move this back out and then run through. Okay. Cross this. And here we are. Huh. I wonder, does this drain? Because it looks like there are stairs, but I don't think, yeah, I can't really walk into the water here. Even if that sounded like a fun idea. What is this? This is a minecart in the way. Oh, is this the minecart from the gem mine? Oh, okay. Wait, okay, gem mine. Does it say... let me check my notes. Does it say how to get around this? Shit. So close, and yet so far. Gem mine, gem mine, gem mine. Two gems per day, structural integrity lost. 2 ways in from that side. It doesn't specify the other ways, though, does it? Or maybe I just didn't write them down. Oh, fuck. I thought we had it. Ugh. Okay. I'm going to add something to our antechamber notes. Now that we've been to the antechamber, we're going to add a little box in the center. And then we're going to add here, basement key. So if I want the basement key, I need to get into the antechamber. If I want into the antechamber, I need either the Great Hall, the greenhouse, or the secret garden. Okay. Knowing that, we're kind of at the whim of RNG for any of these locations, and the broken lever and the greenhouse, definitely more RNG heavy. I want to check the rarity of the Great Hall. What was it? Hallways? Great Hall is unusual. Okay. I don't think I've gotten it, so it felt more rare than it is, maybe. But anyways, I bet there's a way to move that minecart. I didn't even notice this area over here, but I bet there's a way to move this minecart out of the way. And then just like, it like opens up an access for me. But okay, let's see what's over here. Definitely pushing it on time, but I do like this. It looks like there's also an area down below. Are there any doors down below? I don't see any. Are there any up above? I don't see any. So, where the fuck did I come in from? I came in from that way. So I can come over here. Raise that. What the shit? Okay, I see what's happening here. I kind of dig it. but also I am way too dumb for this. This is crazy. Where does this lead us? This leads us to this guy. The Mechanarium. Oh, let's check out this underground map. 10. Buried floor plan. Oh, okay. That's... Okay, so I'm looking at the list of things here. 1, foundation elevator. 2, concealed entrance. 3, cliffside exit. 4, minecart. If we can get to that north lever, that'd be sick. 5, fountain entrance, which that's where we come in through the fountain. Okay. If we go in through the fountain, maybe through the excavation tunnel, we can move the minecart. 4. 4 gives us access to 8. Okay, and then there's catacombs as well over by 6. The tomb entrance. I don't know where the tomb is, but, you know, another thing. 7, torch chamber. Is that maybe where the torches go? So I have 3 of 4 torches lit. If I get the 4th, do I get that? That'd be sick. 8, rotating gear. That's where we are now. And then 9 to north lever. And then 10 is buried floor plan. I don't have a shovel. Otherwise, I'd probably go look for this a little harder. But it's written very faintly in the actual thing. So I doubt I'd be able to see this too easily without a magnifying glass. So unless I can just kind of spot a 10 somewhere here, I'm probably going to try and see if I can make it to 9. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any buried treasure. There be no treasure here. Okay, that's fine. We'll look for that later. But here we have a Mechanarium. The Mechanarium has 1 door as the other room. Okay, let's see. What other room can we access? There's really only a couple rooms we can access at a time using this guy. Is this back the way we came? It is. Shoot! Shoot. It might be blocking the way out then. So if we move the cart, then we might be able to get out. Is what it looks like. Oh, that's so annoying. Right? No, this is the cart. So that's the cart exit. Cart would not get us out. It feels weird that this would just like trap us. Right? Like, why does this trap us? There's no way out of here, right? Oh man, I feel dumb. Because if we set this up, the only way we can get here other than maybe... Oh, I bet I know what it is. Okay. If I set it up so that we can go from there to here, then we might be able to set up something where we go from there to there. Is that right? Yeah, because there's another thing there. So if we set it up so this connects to this one, we go over there, we rotate it a little bit, we get out like maybe there even, or something. And then eventually we try and make our way over to that guy, come out this way, and then happily ever after question mark? The only thing is, I don't know... Yeah. This is a puzzle. Puzzling puzzle for the ages. The only thing that is confusing me here is this guy and this guy don't really help each other, do they? Because the only thing we can really get out of this is... Because we can go over here now and see what this does, and this only will get us over to the hidden floor plan from what it looks like. This only gets us to the hidden floor plan or to the other thing. I guess if we could start from here, that does open up some options though. So I guess we've explored all the options starting from there, which means we're kind of fucked. Unless we can move the minecart. The only way to move the minecart, though, from my understanding, is by going in through the tomb or the fire or the fountain. Can we go in through the fountain? I don't believe so. Unless we get a pool and then like a... Well, okay. Okay. We're gonna go up north again. Hopefully I don't have to re-solve this puzzle every single time. That would be kind of annoying. How do I get out of here? There it is. There's the exit. Okay. We're kind of in a weird spot here. Let's see if we can draft a pool. That's kind of the only way out from what it looks like. Out the archives. Pool, then we need a pump room. Special key. Oh, we can use the basement key more than once. That's kind of cool. Let's see here. We've got archived nursery classroom. We'll go archived here. It's a spare room. That's fine. We'll use a key here. Let's see what we got. We've got maid's chamber, commissary. We'll go archived. It's a lavatory. There is nothing in there. Okay. That's okay. We kind of half expected that. So now we want to go... I guess we can go south of the foundation, or even west of the foundation. See if there's a close by room we can mess with. West Wing Hall, bunk room. West Wing Hall gives us more options. We'll go West Wing. No items. It's locked. Shit. This is locked. Shit. Okay. We need to go drawing room, gymnasium, right? There's an orange here. Yummy. Well, that was good. Well, do we need to go gym? We could go aquarium chapel, dark room. So actually, we could go aquarium. There's a gem here. Nab that. Chapel. And then dark room. And then East Wing Hall patio. Right? Yes. And then nook. And then pantry, boudoir, hallway. This way. And then bedroom, right? So this is the only way that we're gonna maybe see a pool / pump room combo today. Door is locked. That sucks. So now we gotta go back to the freaking library. Okay, this is way farther back. There's a banana. Is there like a spread food throughout the house thing? Because I swear to God, I'm finding food everywhere. Oh, yeah, the secret garden. Sick. We'll take it. Banana. What do we want to go? Courtyard, probably. There is a fruit in here, though. I will grab that. We net more steps than we lose by grabbing it, so it's fine. Courtyard. From here, we want to go into the den, then the entrance hall, and then the library. And I guess while we're here, we can reserve our next book. Thank you for the apple. Let's see, what do we got? Swimbird is the next one that we have not read, so we will do that next. Yeah, let's get out. Oh boy, drafting studio? I guess, sure. Get a new room. Solarium, clock tower, dovecote. I may rotate floor plans. Oh man, okay. Yeah, okay, let's read through these. So, Solarium, more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms. Clock tower, tomorrow you will start with one key each time room you draft today. And then whenever you draw a dovecote, while drafting you may rotate floor plans. Huh. Clock tower seems pretty sick. But also Solarium seems pretty sick. I think if we're going to try and beat the game, the unusual chance of getting a great haul would be pretty sick. So I think Solarium is actually what we want here. So we'll add that to the pool so that maybe we can actually beat the damn game. Okay, we got to go north. As always, we're looking for a pool. Considering that this is red right now, this is probably a maid's chamber because there's no other red rooms that this could be, which means we're kind of fucked. Every single room here kind of fucks me in a different and special way. The only thing I can hope for is I find a key in one of these 3 rooms so that we can make our way back up to like the bedroom maybe and continue to look for a pool. But the odds are not looking great. We'll go classroom because there's more to learn from the classrooms. Grade 2, classroom puzzle. Mathematics is starting to add up. Okay. Math sheets. Oh boy. So there's like a sequence of numbers. Looks like there are 12 numbers to keep in mind here. Look at all the colors. Oh, does this work similar to the dart room puzzle? Or the dartboard puzzle? 6, 1, 3. Yeah, that adds up to... So anything that was like addition, this kid nailed, I think, right? 7, 13, 10. What else did he get? He got this one. And 3... Okay, hang on. Let's look at a smarter student. Penelope. She got more. 6 times 1 times 3? No. That doesn't make sense. Maybe it's plus... Maybe you add together the red numbers and then multiply, which would be 24? Sure, okay, so she got 2 wrong somewhere. 6 minus 1 times 3, 15. 4, 12, yeah, that looks right. 1 looks right. 4 looks right. 13 looks right. 7 looks right. 10 looks right. 7 minus 3 looks like 4. 6 minus 4 is 2, so that's wrong. 7 times 3 is actually 21. I'm only seeing one wrong, so maybe I'm off, but okay. I'm gonna look back at that puzzle, I think, off stream, and we'll go through that. But okay, this mathematics worksheet, we'll take a look at that later. I'm gonna look at some of these other ones to see what kind of answers they came up with. Jenny W. Yeah, this guy, Rob, got it super wrong. Okay, well, this is about all I could do in today. Looks like there's a note here. Attention, Mrs. Hannah Peterson. Hannah, after a few false leads, I managed to track down one of the old textbooks from your list. The original compendium was in archival storage on a restricted floor of the campus library, to which I fortunately still have access. However, I am devastated to report that the pages 36 and 37 pertaining to your query had been removed. It's such a shame that the progress of higher academia is constantly thwarted by the political whims of the CBE. If you wish, I can transcribe the surviving pages and send them to you, but I don't believe there is any mention of cores of any kind in their text. Your friend, Professor L. Charity. Okay. Well, there you go. That looks like all of the lore bits that we can come up with for today. If we had the pump room, we might have been able to get into the fountain. If we could get into the fountain, we might be able to get into, or we might be able to move the minecart. And if we move the minecart, I think we could get into room 46. Unfortunately, we came very close today, but we are just like an inch away from figuring out where room 46 is. That north door, I think, is the key to our the solution to our problem, the key to our problem there. And I just need to lock in and get it. So yeah, today is day 12. I have a feeling it'll take us maybe a couple more in-game days to wrap this all up. I'm gonna do my thing that I wanted to do today. I have dinner plans. Once I get back from dinner plans, I might even stream a little more. So maybe expect another mini stream tonight, and we'll come back and maybe try and beat the game. So yeah. Wow, yeah, we got through 3 days in like 2.5 hours. That's faster than I've been doing it, so hopefully you guys appreciated the hustle here. I'm going to write down between this stream and the next stream, I'm going to write down some of the notes I got from these last rooms onto a new notes sheet, and then we can kind of start the next stream from there. But I might be back, I don't know, a couple hours maybe, and we'll do another stream. It depends on how long it takes me to what do you call it, draw a new thumbnail up and actually get all the stuff done. But anyways, let's call it a day. Call it. I have a feeling we're pretty close to done here. Mount Holly Garden Manor, 4 green rooms, 36 total rooms, rank 9 reached, 76 steps taken, 7 items found, 3 new rooms. Amazing. The outer room is pretty important from what I've noticed. Usually affects the way that the rest of the run sort of goes, so we're gonna save and quit for now. I'm gonna head out, and I will see you guys in the next live stream. Thank you all for watching, and take care. Make sure to like, comment, and sub, okay? That's really important. Make sure to do that if you're watching. Okay, that's it for now. Take care.